The Wangchuan is a collection of Tang poetry written by the two poets Wang Wei and Pei Di, also known in other ways, such as Wheel River Collection. The verses are based on a series of 20 scenes, inspired by the sites available at Wang Wei's retirement estate. Each one forms the topic for a pair of 5-character quatrains, one by each of the poetic pair, first Wang Wei, then Pei Di. Besides the long-term interest in these verses in China, this anthology has created much interest around the world, including numerous translations, especially Wang's version of Deer Park. Several complete translations of the whole work have been done in English. A series of 20 scenes of Wangchuan were done as a painting series. The Wangchuan poems form an important part of traditional Chinese Shanshui landscape painting and Shanshui poetry development. There are clear indications of the influence of the Six Dynasties poet, early exemplar of landscape genre poetry Xie Ling Guan's poems on topics, partly inspired by his family estate in what is today Qichang. The considerable influence of Pei Di and Wang Wei's Wangchuan shows in much subsequent painting, music, and poetry. Setting. Some of Wang Wei's most famous poetry was done as a series of quatrains written by him, to which his friend Pei Di wrote replying double couplets. Together, these form a group titled the Wang River Collection. Note that Wang, as in the river, is a different character than the Wang of Wang Wei's name. Wang literally refers to the outside part of a wheel, Xuan means river, and Ji means a collection. Sometimes also, these are sometimes referred to as the Lanshan poems, after the real name of Wang's estate's location in Lanshan County. Wang Wei's career as a government official had its ups and downs. One of his early positions was serving in Liangzhou, which then was a term used to refer to the larger area of Wuvai. After completing his service there and returning to the capital city of Chang'an, Wang Wei took the opportunity of his temporary lack of official posting to explore the countryside to the south of the capital, in the Lanshan area of the Zhongyin Mountains. As well, Wang Wei then made friends with Pei Di. In 740 to 741, Wang resumed his successful governmental career, including an inspection tour of Shenyang, Hubei, and then he held various positions in Chang'an. Besides the official salary connected with this government work, he had received financial rewards as an artist. Thus he was able to acquire a sizable estate in Lanshan, formerly owned by the poet Song Wen, an estate known as Wangchuan. Upon his Lanshan estate, Wang Wei established a shrine for sake of his Buddhist mother, and after his mother died in 747 to 748, he spent the traditional 3-year mourning period for the death of a parent in this location, during which time he was reportedly so afflicted by grief as to having been reduced almost to a skeleton. Inspired, in part, by Wang's Lanshan home and features found in its neighborhood and their correspondences with other places and features, the collection includes such pieces as the poem often translated Deer Park. However, the poems tend to have a deceptive simplicity to them, while they actually have great depth and complexity upon closer examination. Part of the complexity derives from the ironic juxtaposition of imagination and exaggeration with the realities of a retired official's situation at the time. In these poems, there is a theme of metaphorical comparison between features of Wang's estate and places well known to the poets and their audience too, have famously existed elsewhere in the world as known to them. Wang Wei may have had a fair sense to keep deer out of his vegetable garden, but an actual deer park would have been a royal prerogative. However, in the poet's imagination the two become one. The real-life location of Wang Wei's retirement home was in the foothills of the Qinling Mountains, south of the Tang capital city of Chang'an, in what is now Lanshan County of Xian sub-provincial city of Shaanxi. The poems tend to literally describe the posh and palatial features of a fantastic and enormous estate. However, these specific details should be viewed within the context of poetic flights of fancy, as art critic and Chinese scholar John Ferguson put it, in regards to the Wheel River property as described by the two poets. Such a place as is depicted existed only in the realm of fancy. Wang Wei's imagination, helped by the genius of his two intimate friends, Pei Di and Meng Haoyan, clothed a barren hillside with beautiful rare trees, with spacious courtyards, and with a broad stream upon which boats plied and on whose banks stood a pretty fishing pavilion, with a deer park, with storks and birds. All of the delights of the eye and ear were brought together in this one lovely spot by the fancy of a brilliant genius. Jerome Chan and Michael Bullock describe Wang Wei's studio. In this lonely studio of his there were little else but his tea service, drug crucibles, sutra desk, incense burner, poof and hammock. He had one or two boys to attend to the household duties. Modern influence. The Wheel River poems record the poet's journey, ostensibly that of Wang Wei and his close friend Pei Di. They are far more universal than a few simple day trips to admire the scenery, and have inspired generations of poets since, including recent adaptations such as Payne Not Bread's and Elliot Weinberger and Octavio Paz's 19 Ways of Looking at Wang Wei is an essay concerning more than 19 translations of Wang Wei's Deer Park. Furthermore, the imaginary series of views inspired subsequent series of 20 views of Wangchuan paintings or panoramas, including the 20 views